And we're learning more details after 3 firefighters found themselves in a very frightening situation over the weekend, had to deploy their fire shelters while trapped in the Bridger Foothills fire. MTN's Annie Johnson tells us it was a last line of defense.
This looks like an ordinary blue box, but what's inside this box saved the lives of 3 firefighters when they became trapped inside the Bridger Foothills fire surrounded by flames.
It's a last line of defense. So if you pull out your fire shelter, all other escape options have been exhausted.
Saturday, September 5th, 3 firefighters with the Department of Natural Resources and Conservation had to deploy their shelters as flames quickly surrounded each of them.
A fire shelter is an aluminized piece of cloth. So it reflects heat when in the fire, and then it also creates a breathable volume of air for a firefighter when they're inside the tent.
Firefighters had to wait until the fire burned through their area, and we're not talking about a couple of minutes.
From the time our 3 firefighters deployed their fire shelter to the time that they walked off the hill and were picked up by an ambulance was 3.5 hours. That doesn't mean that they were under the fire shelter for 3.5 hours, but it does mean that they survived the fire and then walked to a safe location where they were taken to the hospital in 3.5 hours.
Which serves as a reminder to us all.
The deployment of fire shelters is a pretty stark reminder to all of us that wildland firefighting is an incredibly dangerous occupation, and that we should all be incredibly thankful for the men and women who come to Montana to protect our communities, people, and values here.
These things weigh about 5 to 7 pounds, so imagine this strapped to you with all your other gear. It can get pretty heavy. Reporting in Bridger Canyon, Annie Johnson, MTN News.
Well, a Bozeman woman risked her life to save horses and other livestock from the flames. 24-year-old Teresa Ball said authorities told her no one would be able to go in and save her if she got trapped. But the Good Samaritan headed into the Bridger Mountains anyway, returned with dozens of animals, likely saving their lives. Ball says she loves the Bozeman community and wanted to show just how selfless it can be.
I really just hope that it shares a positive message, and they know that, you know, there's a bunch of us out there that maybe don't live on Bridger Canyon Road or Jackson Creek, but we're all ready to help and jump in if need be, and honestly, you know, ready to do most anything for everyone.
And you can help the victims of the fire by donating to the Bridger Foothills Fire Relief Fund at GreaterGallatinUnitedWay.org.